Hi friends, I hope you're having a great day today. I had all of the intentions in the world this week of doing a very fun role play. However, my daughter and I went out yesterday and had a very fun, full fall day. And today, I frankly am just tired. I've been kind of recovering all day today. We had an absolute blast yesterday, so I thought instead we would do some coloring. I have a new coloring book. I picked it up a few weeks ago, and I've not even had a chance until today, I'll say it that way, to play with it. This is Disney Villains, Color by Number, which makes this even better. Because if you're someone who right now, like me, is just too tired to try and think of color schemes, this works out really well because it tells you exactly what colors to use. The pages are very nice quality. It's thicker, so I was kind of toying with the idea of playing with some markers and went so far as to test a page with one of the colors to see if it would bleed through to the next page, which it did not bleed through to the next page, but it did bleed through the back of that page I was coloring on, which is fine because these pages are one-sided. So it does stand up to markers, which is great. And I'll do a little flip through here in just a second to show you how nice this actually is. But I ended up choosing to do colored pencils today. Personally, I'm just a little bit more comfortable with colored pencils, but this is a really nice book. It says, Disney Villains, Color by Number. Has your magic mirror lost its luster? Does your hair keep going out? Is turning into a dragon just not doing it anymore? You don't need to curse a princess or steal spotted puppies to restore your inner villain. Simply summon your most spellbinding colored pencils and pens and start filling in the numbered section on all 32 official villains, plus their shady sidekicks and classic quotes. The numbers correspond with colors on the fold-out color key in the back of the book, so you'll have no trouble completing the pages, even if your eyes are tired from a night spent plotting and scheming. Just pour yourself a goblet of potion and start coloring. You'll be back to your most wicked self in no time. So I will show you really quickly. This is the color key on the back. It has the corresponding numbers in each of the pictures and the colors that you need to look for in their own swatches. And it also has pictures of what the pictures, I guess, once they're fully colored will look like or should look like. Now, the other cool thing about this is you don't have to use the colors on the color key. You can do whatever you want, of course. It is your book and it is your choice. For today, I think I'm going to go along with what they suggest because I'm tired. So here's some more examples on the front of the pictures on the inside. This is truly a really beautiful book. So let's see. And the pages actually are all perforated, so once they're colored in, you can tear them out. As you can see right here. Very fun. Ursula is one of my favorites. I thought about doing her today, but chose to go with another favorite of mine. Let's see if I can find the one I played with a little bit earlier. There it is. So you can see I used an orange marker. Here. And you will see on this side, it did bleed through, but it did not bleed through to here. So I think it will hold up with some marker work, which is nice to know, because not everybody likes colored pencils, which is fine. So to save a little bit of time, I went through and found, here's the one we're doing today, the colored pencils that corresponded with the numbers that I saw most frequently used in this picture. Isn't she lovely? This is so fun. I cannot wait to get started, and I'm so glad you're here with me today. I hope you enjoy this. So, of course, we're coloring in Miss Mad Madam Mim from The Sword and the Stone. And these are the colors, see if I can do this somewhat quietly, that I felt corresponded best with the colors suggested on the color key. And I have them all right here. So number 1 is the CL color. I have that here as Crimson Lake. On the back, just do that there. On the back here, CL corresponds with maroon, but I don't have a color called just maroon, so I tried my best to adapt the colors. So since I already have this one, let's start coloring in all of the number 1s we can find. How's your weekend been? Have you had a good weekend or week so far? We ended up staying out way too late last night. Well, for me anyway. And I have spent today doing a whole lot of nothing. Did a little bit of indoor Halloween decorating, but not too terribly much, which is nice because tomorrow starts a whole new crazy week for me. So it was nice to just breathe for a little bit and not do much today. Everything in moderation. Big crazy day yesterday, nice easy day today. And any time I get to spend with you in color is always lovely. Are you familiar with the Sword and the Stone movie? It is an older one, but one that I have always enjoyed, and Mad Madam Mim is just she is a whole character in and of herself. My goodness. Literally and figuratively, she is something else. Always been fun to watch her. Let's see, do we see any more number 1s? I don't see any right now, but I'm sure as we get into it, more will pop up, ha 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 ha, as I say the words. The inside of her mouth. Around her one tooth. Is the number 1. It looks a little crazy right now, but trust the process, right? So let's go on next to number 20 for her skirt right here. That is the color that I have in my coloring pencils as magenta. I will show you what it correlates to in the back here. Disney as asking for a color called magenta. Well, look at there. Look-see-do, I have that one. And away we go. All of that is magenta, it looks like it. And if it does not, it is now. The main issue that I have with color by numbers is that even after they're colored in, you can still see the number shining through. So, you know, it's a fun activity, certainly, and I really enjoy, again, how it gives you an inspiration of a color palette. However, it's not something I would ever tear out and hang up personally because you can still see the numbers, so it's very obvious a color by number, but it is a good time. You know, of course, like I said earlier, you don't have to use the colors suggested, but... And I think if you were just walking by and glanced at it, you wouldn't notice the numbers coming through. Necessarily. What I don't care for are the paint by numbers. Again, I like the idea of it. However, there's not really much of an option or a chance for blending colors. So it just, I don't know, it's never worked for me. I mean, I'm sure there are people who create really pretty pieces of art with color paint by numbers and things like that, but I've just never been able to make it work personally. And that very much could just be a me thing. That is entirely possible. I probably should have sharpened this pencil before I started, but here we are, so let's make it work. I don't know if you can hear, but my bigger dog is asleep on the couch behind me. Our younger puppy is asleep under the table beside me. And who knows where the cats are. I'm sure they will come down and say hi whenever they want to. Alright. So that is number 20. Do we see any other 20s around here? I don't right now, but we might as we continue. So let's see, we have a 29 here, which is part of the 4. We have a 19, 17, 19, 17, 17, 21, 21, 16, 21 for her face. I say we do 19, then knock out the 17s, 16, and then 21. How does that sound? Good. I'm glad you agree. And if you don't, well, you should have spoken up louder, I suppose. So 17, they're wanting, well, I don't know what they want. I have it as mulberry. We will see what they want it to be. Let's take a look at the recommendation. For 17, they wanted a red violet. Which again, I don't have a color called red violet. So, actually what I did do though, was I looked at the picture, reference picture that they gave us, right here. And this was the closest color I could find in my collection that matched those colors. Doesn't have to be perfect, as long as the artist or the person coloring it enjoys the colors, and that's what matters, right? You could color it green for all anyone has any say-so in it. As long as you're happy, that's what matters. Yeah, like I said, my color is mulberry. It probably could have been a little bit more purple, but oh well. Here we are. It's a pretty color. it would have been really nice if they could have sold like a set of colored pencils with the book to have the colors correspond exactly, but the book was only $10, so I can't fuss too much. I say only. That's, for me, for a coloring book, that's quite a bit of money, but it is a licensed Disney book. The pages are really nice. It's really well put together. There's colored pictures inside of it, so, you know, for what you get, that's not a bad price. Although I will maintain a set of coloring pencils to coordinate would have been really helpful, but I think we'll make do just fine. I can only imagine how much a set of Disney colored pencils would be. Good gracious. Probably would have at least doubled the price. And I would not have picked it up because I would have been like, well, I have colored pencils at home, so I guess I'm one of those people that could never be happy. I want the colored pencils, I just don't want to pay more for them, even though they would be absolutely an extra value for sure. So it's just one of those things where I want what I want, but I know it's not realistic. That's funny. Okay, so I think that's all for 17. Just her shirt and her shoes. It's kind of a weird shape for a shoe, not to end like right here. Okay, that's what it shows though, so. It looks to me like it should go like that. And then have this part be the stone floor, but it doesn't end there. It goes more to kind of a funny looking shape, but let me notice that unless you're coloring it. So I don't see any more 17. Okay. On to 19, which I have listed as pink. Pink. And they are recommending pink. Perfect. Love when that happens. I remembered her outfit being more like purple toned, but I guess not. Or maybe it's just the fact that I didn't have the right colors. That could also be. When she transformed into a cat, that was pink though, so. Oh, she has pink tights on. Okay. Alright, any other 19? I don't see any. Let's move on to 16. For my colors, I have 16 as being lilac. Okay. And they are suggesting light purple. So I'm going to go pretty light on this because it's supposed to be light purple. Yeah, the duel scene between her and Merlin has lived like rent-free in my head since I watched that movie when I was a kid. Epic. It doesn't say to color her eyebrows this color as well, but I'm going to. Also, I wanted to say lately the channel has experienced quite a bit of growth. There have been a lot of new subscribers, which has just completely blown my mind. I never, ever would have believed we'd be at almost 500 subscribers, period, ever, much less within the first year. That's absolutely bananas to me. So if you have subscribed, thank you. If you have left a nice comment or any comment whatsoever, thank you. If you have even just liked a video, thank you so much. If you've done none of the above but just watched, thank you. I, do this because I enjoy it. And anyone else that enjoys it as well, it just means the world to me. I know I keep saying thank you, but there are really no other words. I appreciate you. all kind of synonyms for the same thing, but truly, from the bottom of my heart, it blows my mind that anyone would care to watch. It's just me, But it really does mean everything. Thank you guys so much for the unbelievable support and kindness that each and every one of you has shown. It has completely exceeded any expectations, which I had none going in, so there you go. But now this is the door. I keep thinking that's a hair, but that's actually printed on there. The door to her cabin is here. It's number 16 as well, so let's go ahead and get that. I was thinking for like the 500 subscriber video, I guess. I don't know when that will happen, but maybe doing like a Q&A, but I don't know if there would be any interest in that because, again, I'm just me. I'm not that exciting. But if anyone is interested in that, maybe we could put something together. Because I know I'm not that exciting, but maybe I can, I don't know, answer some questions that you have if you have any. If not, that's totally fine too. No worries there. I was thinking it'd be fun if people did have questions that they are curious about, that they could leave the questions and then whatever they ask, they can leave their own answer to. That way we could both get to know each other. Again, if there's any interest in it. If there's not, that's totally fine. Not a big deal. I get it, my friends. It's okay. Yeah, okay. We're still in 16. Good. How would you feel about having a door that matched your hair color? That would be interesting, wouldn't it? Although I suppose, as a sorceress, she could probably change her hair color to whatever she wanted, considering she can change her form. Yes, friends, these are the kinds of thoughts I think about. No one ever said there was a whole lot going on upstairs for me. Doors matching hair color going on, that's what I have. The puppy under the table, Houdini, is dreaming, so if you hear him yelping, I guess he's having a good dream. We have 16 here for the shutter here and here. Sorry, I just hit the mic. All right, let's get those colored in. I've always enjoyed how classic Disney had a pretty, I don't want to say limited color palette when they did their artwork, animations, but they used a lot of the same colors to really tie it all in together. I always liked that. I guess it made it seem more fanciful. This one. All right, I don't see any other 16s in here. Oh, no, I lied to you right to your face. I'm so sorry. I didn't say that I had it there. I think it should be a 16. Didn't say it, but it felt right in my soul. So let's see. I guess let's finish up the shutters here. So we need a 14 for these three little pieces. And my color 14 is a blue, Copenhagen blue. They recommend a dark blue. Interestingly, for number 15 here, for the outside, they recommend like a purple color. I figured that would be reversed, but there we go. If it is, then it's not anymore. I don't know if you can hear him, but the puppy's now snoring loudly. I'm sitting with my legs outstretched under the table, and he's using my ankle as a pillow. He has his head propped up on it. And he's snoring very loudly. He's been so quiet all day. So let's take a look at our reference picture and see if I just messed this up. It's kind of hard to see, but no, it looks like her window shutters are that dark blue, and there's like a deep, deep, deep purple outside. So let's see, what color are they recommending for number 15? Oh, just a regular purple. Again, with my color pencil set, I don't have a regular purple. Wait, before I do it, is there another 14 in here? I don't see it. A lot of these background stones are 28s and 29s, which makes up the most of the rest of this picture. So we have an 18 here. This rose is colored red in the reference picture, but they don't have it actually numbered as anything, so I'll just use a generic red. We have a 21 for her skin tone here. The 15, and I think everything else is 28, 29s. We'll see as we continue on. Let's do 15 here. I have that as just a violet. Let's see right here. they have it listed. I think we said it's just purple, right? Yeah, it's purple. So, maybe there is more purple, like I was saying earlier, just not on her. I think since in the picture it's a really deep, like midnight purple, I'm going to color this in pretty dark. Puppy snores get me every time. I cannot tell you how much I've missed coloring. I've mentioned before in a different coloring video that, oh man, I used to color all the time in high school before classes would start. I still have my old coloring book too, I completed, but it was a lot of fun to kind of chit-chat with friends before class and then just sit there and color. Everyone thought I was going to go into like animation or do some kind of artwork. Did not. So, is there any other 15? I think we just established that there's not, right? Correct. So let's move on to number 21. That is her skin tone. And for that, I kind of went against the grain. I chose a light peach. The book recommends number 21 being a pale pink, which on here is looking, let's see, there we go. I think that would just be a little bit too pink. So according to the reference picture here, I think just the typical skin tone for a Caucasian would be fine. Again, you know, the cool thing is you can make it whatever skin tone you want her to be. So if you want her to be a deeper skin tone, you could totally do that. Light peach. That would be a cool take as well. Maybe we'll do a fun nail polish on her. Doesn't say do anything with her nail polish or nail color. Maybe a black. That'd be pretty. I am sorry if you can hear him just snoring away. My goodness. Maybe the mic's not picking it up. I don't know. I can hear it on my headphones though. Mad Madam Mim. This is how I feel I look when I wake up in the mornings and have to go to work. It's rough some mornings, I'm telling you. Okay. That colored. And since I relate to this look so much, I think I will color her eyes green, like mine. Have her be Mad Madam Amanda instead. That's the last skin tone. Let's see, I did not plan for her eye colors. Let me get my pencils over here. blue-green. Not that it matches or matters. Or that I even will have a color pencil in here that's close. That's too green, I think. Let's see. It doesn't matter. That one's also a little bit too green. It genuinely doesn't matter. We'll go with this one. We'll go with the apple green. I'm surprised they didn't put a number on those for her eyes. I guess I could have looked at the reference picture, but again, it doesn't matter. So let's do number 18 here for the flower pot. I have it selected as an IV Imperial Violet. They have recommended lavender. I don't have just a lavender. Let's see if it shows what color her eyes are. Oh, they are kind of a green. So there we go. So this is what we're going to be coloring right here. So here's the overall picture so far. How are we doing? The colors aren't quite as deep, but obviously it's a colored pencil versus a printed page. I think she looks cute. You know, as far as a mad sorceress is going to look. Ooh, there is a color number 7 here. I didn't pull that one. Let's see what they're recommending for the petal and the stem. Number 7. Bright green. I put the green for the eyes back. Let's see if I can find it. That would probably work well to tie that color in apple green. There we go. So, scribble, scribble, scribble. And then they just have a basic red with a classic rose. Let's see. This is crimson red. So let's just go ahead and color that in too. There we go. All right. So I think all that's left now is just 28 and 29. But for some reason I have 3 colors left. Why do I have 3 colors left? Number 17. This one. Where is 17? Do you guys see a 17? Did I color over 17 already? Don't see it. Okay. Oh, 17. I put 17 on there twice and chose 2 different colors. That's funny. Maybe I'll blend them in. I have 17 here as mulberry. And 17 here as Parma Violet. Let's mix the 2 together, shall we? See what we get. Because I wasn't too crazy about this mulberry color, I'll tell you that for free. Felt just like it needed some depth to it, which actually I think this is adding, so yay. Yay for happy mistakes. Oh, no, I know your dog is barking. I'm gonna get my big dog riled up. Okay, see if we can keep him quiet here. think I like that better. Yeah, I think that adds a nice depth to it. I may try to go over this again to deepen that up as well. We'll see. Oh, I like that better. Yeah, that's nice. Well, yay. Okay. Happy little mistake. Happy little accidents, right? So let's see. Here is where we are now. Here's the original. So that should have been a lot darker. I think that looks a bit better. If I can make that more of a solid color versus a bit see-through here. What color did I have for that? Magenta. That's my magenta color. Let's go over that one more time. Let me sharpen it first, actually, because it's a bit dull. Oh, that's better. Okay. Let's do it. See what we come up with. When I'm doing large bits like this, I like to hold my pencil almost flat against the paper versus more perpendicular to really kind of even it out, not have harsh lines, you know, if I can avoid it. If you're not worried about that, or that's the look you want to go for, have at it. But how you hold your pencil matters a lot when you're going for a certain look. Don't ever be afraid to play with it. Not that I'm a professional artist or, you know, someone to take advice from, but it's just what years of my experience has taught me for myself that works. The more you play with it, the more you'll get to know your own personal style. And what you find works for you and what doesn't. There's no wrong way to do it, that's for sure. Except to not. That's the only way to mess it up, is to not do it. See, that one went a little bit too hard. That's okay. Yeah, I think darkening that up, going for another coat, really helped a lot. So what do we think? Would her fingernails be like red or black? Purple, maybe? She's big into the purples, but I think a little bit of black would add some depth. Kind of break up the purples and the reds a little bit. So what do we think? I think that looks a lot better. Okay, so now we are down to 2 colors left. Let's do 29. Knock those out. I have that listed as cool gray, which I'm probably going to assume is this one. And they have 29 listed as light gray. We also have number 28, dark gray. Those are the last 2 colors I have left, I think. Like I said, my light gray I have as a cool gray. My dark gray I have as a warm gray. let's see what number 29 will do for us here. We may be able to finish this whole picture today. I was hoping to be able to get one picture and finish it in its entirety in one sitting with you guys. So I'm going to do my best to get that done while still having it be not too long of a video. My computer won't be able to handle it if it's too much over 60 minutes. I don't have a ton of storage space. I keep thinking that's like a dog hair, but it's not. It is printed on there, supposed to be there. So there's 28 all through here. Looks like all of the flooring is 29. This rock here is 29, 29. This is 29. And the rest is 28. So let's knock that out. Or, pun fully intended, let's rock that out. Oh, please don't unfriend me. I love a good dad joke, though. I'm sorry. I can feel the eye rolls from here, and that's okay. Let's sharpen this real quick. Quickly. One and all of this. Okay, let's go. Sharpen it again. And let's go. Let's see what else I have to line there just a little bit. The puppy is back to snoring again. As I said, my computer doesn't have a ton of storage space, so if this video just abruptly ends, it's because I had to cut the last bit of it. So if it does, then I am terribly sorry. That was not my desire for this video. I wanted to be able to finish it all in one go. Or maybe I'll just post a quick follow-up 5-10 minute second video. We'll see. That might work. Just post it right after the first. Okay, I think that's all the 29s. All we have left here are the 28s. And that would be it. So again, they're recommending a dark gray. I have a warm gray, 50% dark gray. He has his whole head draped over my ankle right now, like a U shape, so it's exacerbating his snoring. I'm not sure how you'd be able to not hear him right now, so just know that he's getting some good sleep, I guess. That part is finished. On to the next. I'm trying to rush now, so it's going to be getting a little sloppy. know what? Let's do, if I can find it quickly. I think I can because it's the shortest one. Black. I was going to do some gold detailing here, but I think back in the day it probably would have been black. And on the nails, really quickly. And then to bring out the detail lines on her face. Again, I messed that one all kinds up. Looks like she has a whisker now. Oops. Sorry, Miss Mim. There we go. Well, that's probably a bit much, but there we have it. Well, I'm going to call that done. And I thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will be back next week with a roleplay. I appreciate you spending your time with me. Like I mentioned earlier, I appreciate all of your wonderful, amazing comments, your likes, your subscriptions. That blows my mind and is so very kind. I appreciate you.